Turn this up. Turn this all the way up. And yeah, we back for a little bit to see what's going on. This has been a day. it's it's been a day or two. I got this new mixer I'm trying to use to see how it kind of works out. Hopefully it works out cool, but hope everybody been having a cool Sunday. Wait, what the heck? Hope everybody been having a cool Sunday. It's been straight for me. It's been straight for me. I'm always on my tippy toes like everybody else, but it's crazy, right? Cuz let me see, let me share this. Share screen, window, yes, audio. I found this I found this video, Chris Cantelmo, right? Well, as a lot of people know that Chris Cantelmo, been on the channel a, a few times. Like I had a couple of videos with Chris Cantelmo. He came down. Dang, we had we had some nice DMT experiences together. That was like beautiful. They was lovely. At the time that we shared, but every time I gotta run into his videos, I be wanting to just, I'll be having to listen because dude was a cool dude. Rest in peace, Chris Cantelmo. We still don't. I don't know what happened. Well, I do, but that's neither here nor there. He's just, like Kalindi. Kalindi, good speaker, good traveler. You feel me? Sharing a lot of information with about their travels, and this is what Chris Cantelmo was doing. The thing that I liked about Chris Cantelmo was the fact that he didn't hold back from having his experiences or doing what he was doing, because if you even wanted to kind of dive in, he would let people come to his house. Like people could go to Chris Cantelmo's house, and Chris Cantelmo will take you into the DMT experience for free. He wasn't charging anything. He just go, I live here, come to my house, I'll show you if you want to see. And that was the thing that I liked about him. He was very open-minded, and friendly, and he just made his own DMT and he dove in and he shared it with a lot of people. So I want to check out one of these videos before we get into our talks. I think this is one thing that I kind of like to do is kind of look at videos, check out a video before we get to talking about what we talk about. Because once we get to going, y'all already know we be going. And like I always say, when you see me open up or send the link to join, anybody can join. It's open. Everybody that's on the channel that come in and they talk, it's always open to everybody. We always give the new people the floor to be able to share their experience, or just share their knowledge and information of what they know about all the things that we be talking about. Because I'm telling you, it's so much out there. It's so much to see. It's so much to understand. It's just a lot, bro. It's a lot, and and these are a lot of things that we can't really talk about with close ones all the time. So I think that's why we created this channel in order so we can share these things. You feel me? And it'd be cool when y'all come in and y'all begin to talk, because it shows me the reflection of each one of us being this thing. You feel me? The other aspects of yourself talking to you, giving you information, sharing information with you. So let's just go on and get into this Chris Cantelmo video and see what Chris Cantelmo had to say about DMT and what it informs about the simulation.
About the simulation hypothesis and the different ways that might impact the future of humanity. Because when you get involved with DMT, when you start doing DMT, you are confronted without question with the truth that reality is not as it seems in everyday serotonin mediated existence.
And that, I think that's the crazy thing about DMT, is that it shows you these things, but on another level, it's intense. I think that's what scares a lot of people away from DMT, because how intense the DMT experience is. And it's so real. I mean, it's your brain doing these things, your mind doing these things, opening you up to the real reality of what's going on. But in the beginning, like I said, I was scared. I was scared. But over time, it got to the point to where it wasn't scary no more. And it was more of a, dang, I got to do this again, because I want to see more. I want to experience more. Like I think that's the thing that kept pushing me, is the fact that I just wanted to know more. I wanted to see more. Even if in the beginning I didn't understand what I was seeing or what was going on, seeing the dome, and seeing myself stuck in that that incubator thing, where it seemed like I was in there looking out to the outside of whatever was. And oh my God, that was a weird trip. You have to go to the early stages of my experiences to see that. I don't want to talk about it again, but let's go.
Anyone who hasn't done DMT or any psychedelic, but DMT in particular, if you haven't done a psychedelic, your version of everyday reality is
What's up, cellar door?
a tiny little version of what is of the bigger reality.
Look, this is the one thing that I be saying, and I don't a lot of times don't want to accept, but I see it when I'm talking to people that mystical people that know the spirit world and understands the spirit world. The first thing that they always say is, I don't have to do no psychedelic because I'm already connected to this, and this. And I'm going, I want to accept it, but the more that I dive in, I go, no, you think you are. You think you are. You're connected, but there's a reason a lot of these mystics and stuff will not dive into the psychedelics. They're not ready. They have the information, they read about it, they heard about it, and they have it like that, but they're not really ready to see the real stuff. They really can't handle it. Like we didn't seen DMT experiences where people, were so scared they didn't want to dive in again. And that's the thing. Like you think and and that's okay, because we all live that until we entered the psychedelic realm, and we seen that we really don't know shit. You feel me? And then even when you enter, and no matter how many times you enter, you still really don't know. But being in there and being able to see all these things, it shows you that just reading it and talking about it is not it. It's not. It's a part of it, but it's so far from the real thing. When you're going in and you're experiencing it and you're seeing these entities face to face, it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game. And that's why, even like we know a lot of the big speakers, unlike Kalindi or Chris Cantelmo, they don't talk about, oh, I'm diving in all the time. Oh, I'm going into the psychedelic realm all the time. You feel me? Even a lot of speakers, they'll say, okay, well, this is what it does, and it shows you this, and it does this. But have you took it? No. I feel like I don't need it. Okay, yeah, I thought so, and that's how it be. And I hate to say it. He say, direct experience isn't the same as studied experience, and a lot of people know that deep down. No, they do, but they try to criticize the psychedelic. You feel me? Because, like I said, they really not ready to dive into the psychedelic. They can go read all the shit and feel like they know, but they're not ready to live it and experience it and be there in these other realms of reality, these other dimensions. They're not ready for that, bro. And I've been seeing that in a lot of people that, you know, I have come in contact with, or I see it in a lot of people that be sharing information online. Like I said, the info, this all, like, you can take it and it's easy to go and regurgitate it, but to go in there and live it and be it, no, a lot of people can't do it.
And if you've done DMT, you know that that serotonin-mediated existence is it's an illusion. It's no more real. It's definitely less real than the DMT experience. Okay, why is that? Because the DMT experience includes all of everyday reality in its precision, but then goes
Excuse me. That's another thing that I'll be saying is, when you in there on the DMT experience, it's everything happening at one time on a level that you've just never experienced or seen before. So, but it's all of it happening within that one experience. And it's like, dang, it's hard to factor in at times, but it's not.
beyond that to an even more precise realm. And as I've discussed in other videos, there's most drugs that you do, they make reality a little fuzzier, a little less accurate, a little less precise. And there's often a price to be paid for introducing this compound into your system in the form of a hangover or something like that. With DMT, none of that is there.
None of that.
Nothing gets less precise.
Hey,
everything gets more precise.
More precise. That's why I always said, like, you know, well, in the beginning, I was always told, like, man, you gotta, when you do it, you gotta wait a while in order for this, and this. I said, you know, that I think that's another thing that I learned on it over time is like, no, I can do this whenever I want. Whenever I get ready to dive in on if I want to go back to back for a month straight, I can do it, and it's gonna open up itself to me every time. It's gonna get more intense. I'm gonna have bigger experiences. I'm gonna see more things every time. It was like almost it's like, you know, when we come in here, this is what we do. We take what everybody give us, and then we begin to become and be that. And you got to understand that that's somebody else's understanding. That's always somebody else's reality and what they believe. That's why a lot of people can't go as far as, you know, a lot of us have been on psychedelics. They can't go that far because they have all these different rules. And really, when you think about it, there's no real rules in reality. There's no real rules. But once we create these rules, we create fear, and you shouldn't be in fear. We create the fear, and then we get scared of it, and we go, oh, well, you can't do it this way. Oh, you can't do it like that. And then I start seeing people at raves, and, you know, I'm watching Vice, and I'm going, they doing drugs I ain't never even done before, but they doing it, and then they're taking the psychedelics and diving in at the raves at the same time. And I'm going, well, why is these people over here saying you can't do it like this? But then you see people over here, they drinking, they doing this, they doing that, then they turn around and take mushrooms, then they turn around and do DMT, and you just going, bro, what am I doing? Why am I accepting everybody's understanding instead of, okay, I can create my own and have my own? You feel me? Because that's the one that is actually something to me. They say Salvia has reverse for Lawrence. It's see a lot as what you are saying here. It's just keeps taking you further, but this makes sense with getting to know anything better. What else has reverse tolerance? Oh, that's what you said, tolerance. That should look like a R. When the stranger becomes a friend. No, that's like, to me, bro, Salvia is some trippy shit, bro. Every time I think about it, because my thoughts were so like a mile away with the whole front of my face. And I don't know if I was like in the back of my mind or wherever, but my shit just kept stretching like that, like some silly putty. It just kept stretching and stretching. And the further it went, I can feel my face and my glasses like way over there. You feel me? And it's weird because even in the beginning, when I first smoked it, I could feel my soul or whatever that is inside being separated from my body. Like it's like it pulled them apart and made them two different things. And it was like, whoa, bro. I said, man, I'm waiting though. I'm gonna go back in on Sally real soon when I
when you
had
go into a
time.
DMT breakthrough, everything there is no wasted space.
None.
Everything fits precisely together. There, it's almost like there are no questions even when you get into that space. Everything is just makes so much sense while you're there that you don't. It's almost like you don't have questions until you get back out here, and then you're like, how the hell did that? How is that possible? How is it
Yeah.
possible that I could go to a place that's more real than this reality right here that I'm seeing?
Hey, ain't that the flim flam flashizzle part of the experiences that you are going, how the hell is this more real than this place right here? I think mushrooms are a good example of what you're talking about. They're so diverse and have different alkaloid ratios. You can't have too many expectations. I think people have a hard time accepting. No, that is true. That is true because mushrooms can have you all over the place. But I think that's the beautiful part of mushrooms because they're going to take you like to the further reaches of your understanding. It's gonna it always try to push you outside of that. First, it'll like in a sense, it'll kind of show you the things that you believe and the things that you accept, and then it'll try to once you see your shit, it'll push you outside of that. And like I said, bro, that's the hardest thing when it comes to psychedelics for people is being pushed outside of their beliefs or their understanding because you already it's that's why I think they call it ego death because it's like dying. It's almost like dying. You're getting pushed outside of all these things that you created and these ideas that you believed and these different things that you just locked yourself into, and then that box that you created, it puts you outside of that box and lets you look at the box you created right there in front of you, and then it's laughing at you like going, look, that's the box you created. You think that's it right there, and it's not. It's so much more than that. DMT does the same thing, but DMT does it on a more advanced level at times. And then I don't even like to say that because the one thing that I started, to figure out was that they all were the same to me. They all were the same. It just the person. It's just how we take it. You feel me? And we try to split these things up and all that. And it's like, nah, to me, they all the same. They all can do the same thing. And I've seen it myself with my own eyes, within my own experiences.
And I tell you, it does get you to thinking. And one of the things that just the fact that you can go to a place that's more real than you're used to seeing makes you question everyday reality. Why isn't everyday reality that so real? And it leads you. I spend most of my free time, reading and listening to other people talk about consciousness and the role of consciousness in quantum mechanics and measurements and science. And ultimately, consciousness is the big question. What is consciousness?
Before he go, because I don't know what he's gonna say, but to me, I'm not. This is the problem with me, right? Once I started going so far, I started to see that everything was basically bullshit because everything just basically started becoming what somebody else said it was, and I accepted it, and then it became that also for me. Like even consciousness, really, nobody knows what it is. If you go do your research, Nobody really knows what consciousness is. We have an idea of it. We say it's this, we say it's that, but this is just something that we created, that we said this is what it is. And then once you accept it, what does it do? It becomes that, like everything else. This is the crazy thing. Like, that's with everything. Like, we really have no idea really of what anything is. But once we come up with an example, when we say this is this, oh yeah, and everybody and all of us believe it and we accept it, it becomes that. And then 1,000 years from now, when other people really see that it's not that, they go, oh, it ain't that, it's this over here. And then everybody believes that. And then 1,000 years from that, the same thing happens. And it goes and it keeps doing the same thing. It keeps switching up and becoming whatever we decide it to be. So it just lets you know right there who has the power. Mushrooms and salvia have both made my life look like an actual stage play. Hey, hey, that is, hey, exactly, bro. That's why, look, that's why my mushroom experiences have not been the same lately. My mushroom experiences, they're not showing me all the different gods and all these different entities. They told me, now that we got past the movie part of everything, the show, you feel me? Because everything is like a movie. Now that we got past that, we can show you the real shit. You feel me? And the real shit is not beyond anything. It's just kind of showing you you're the reflection of all these things that's going on, that you are the thing that's playing all these different parts of what's going on. And you like going, wait, hold on. So it's like it's a movie within a movie within a movie within a TV show, within a cartoon, within an anime, inside of this, inside of that, inside of that. The same thing is just a mirror reflection of the self. And it's like, bro, come on now. He said, damn, come on, can't see that. I gotta start putting it up here. I can't read them big ass words. All are found in different levels of strain to strain species with psychoactive effective. I forgot I can do this now. I forgot I can do this. This is dope. Mushrooms feel like it, but with salvia, the direct yell cut. The director yelled cut, and I was on the actual stage. I can't do nothing but laugh, bro. The cosmic giggle is real. But yeah, the director be like, cut. And then yeah, you just standing on the stage. That was my mushroom experience, showing me my DMT experience. Where the gestures popped out, and like I'm standing there crying. The gestures was like on the stage, and there was a giant red curtain behind them, and I'm on this side looking at the gestures, and I'm just like got balled up crying because I'm like scared because of the stuff that they're doing. I'm spooked because the DMT experience at the time was so intense, and then it showed me behind the curtain. And when I looked behind the curtain, it was me on the other side of the curtain with my hands up under the gestures, controlling the gestures, I'm going like this, right? And I'm laughing, but the look on my face, I'm like laughing, like, look at him, look what I'm doing to him. And I'm going, why? I'm like asking myself, bro, why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you doing this to yourself? And on that, like, how is you doing this to yourself at the same time? Do you believe that the Akashic records are real and that our lives are being recorded for whatever reason? Is life a game? I believe that the Akashic records, to me now, is like the monad. It's like us coming in contact, like the professor dude was talking about, the monad, the infinite all entity that holds everything. It's almost like, it's that's the thing that holds everything. Every life that's ever been lived, every animal, every species, every insect, every tree that ever existed within life, that thing is saving it all. And I didn't see it's weird because I seen that thing in so many different ways. I seen it as a giant worm. I seen it as uh I don't know, some type of fuck, bro. Like when you look at it from the top, it looked like you looking down on a hippo head. You feel me? But it wasn't a hippo, like a boar hippo or something like that, some kind of strange fucking entity that was grabbing everything that was being created by us or made by us. And it was like getting some type of pleasure off no matter what we were going through as humans or as living creatures here. So I've seen it as many different things, but I think once you tap into that thing, that the monad, or you go up on you get to that higher aspect of reality, everything is there for you to be able to see. There's like all the information is there. Like a lot of us have seen it. Like we seen it in like smaller ways of through different certain gods or certain entities that we seen. But when you come and you get to that point and you become everything, bro, it's like you don't have to see it because you already be in it. You get to that point to where you just become everything. Every person, every computer, everything, the universe, the microverse, the macroverse, you just become everything. And it's like you don't really need to see anything because you're being it. You're being it, so you don't have to reach into the Akashic records, because I feel like that's what we are. We are those records. If we dig into our DNA holds or there's a part of us. I don't want to call it the DNA because I think there's a part of us that holds everything that ever existed. Everything. There's a part of us that's in there, like and it could be the God particle, whatever you want to call it, but it holds the information, and we put different names on it, like the Akashic records, or we got other names that we use too. Let's see, say kind of like cannabis can have a slightly different effects. They have and infinity to to specific mechanisms of action depending on the ratio of alkaloid. Yeah, yeah, it's that. Yeah, that's weird because like back when I stopped smoking, when I first stopped smoking before I had started back, like I started to see, bro. No, this I ain't even gonna say that. Cannabis is some weird shit because cannabis is like its own little psychedelic. Because like once I started diving in, all I used to smoke was I never would smoke sativa, ever, ever, ever. And then I smoked sativa one time on mushrooms, and bro, it was different. Then when I didn't, then I smoked it after, like, days after the mushroom trip, and it was different. It was almost like a psychedelic experience from the sativa. The sativa just had a whole different feeling than the oh my God, bro. I'm just getting brain cluttered right now. It just had a whole different effect than the other weed. It was dope. Because records is like putting a microscope up to our DNA. Yeah, that's what I always thought. I felt like our DNA was like holds the kind. I felt like, bro, it got to the point I felt like we was the Akashic records, right? But I felt like the mushrooms was like Noah's Ark. Like we the Akashic records, right? But the mushrooms, like, hear what I'm saying. I ain't on Discord. I'm on StreamYard because I've been using StreamYard because it don't drop the live. So if anybody want to tap in, this is the link to the StreamYard. Because it don't drop our live when we live. So we don't have to worry about it dropping out or cutting out or nothing like that. Thanks to my partner for, putting me back up on this. But yeah, that's what I feel like the Akashic records wrote. Like it's like our DNA. I remember I used to always ask that, though, Zach, in the beginning. I'm like, bro, is that what we're doing? Are we diving into our DNA? Because that's what it felt like in the beginning of my psychedelic experiences. Like I was going into my DNA. Like, and I'm like going, it gave me full access to my DNA. But then I had the experience of seeing all the things that I seen on on mushrooms. And then the mushrooms was like, it was trippy. It was like the mushrooms was basically Noah's Ark, because the mushrooms had every animal, it had all the things that ever existed before us, because you know the mycelium, the things that the mycelium eat. But what's up with it, man? Soma, Soma alchemy. He said, let's see, dang, I keep on getting text messages. Let's see, a human being. Let me put it up here. A human being is part of the universe, limited time and space. He experiences himself as something separate. Striving to be oneself from the delusions is one issue of true religion. Yeah, what's up with it, so often, Soma?
Hey, long time no see, man.
Yeah, it's been a minute, bro. What you been up to?
Just haven't been on here for a while, honestly. But just working on my herbs and trying to build my business up. I've been doing farmers markets the last summer.
Oh yeah, the farmers market. That's cool. That's cool. You ain't had no experiences?
I actually got a job randomly, just like with this sales job selling mushrooms, and
Oh
the
wow.
company went out of business. So just kind of want to start doing my own thing, and it's kind of cool. Just I never planned it, and it just kind of unfolds, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it kind of go, bro. You just like kind of, it kind of
It's
builds
just also
itself.
kind of like a red pill moment too. It's like, you have to do what you want to do, or you can do what everyone else around you tells you can't do, and
Ex-
that's kind of the path.
yeah. It's like everybody always trying to create your path for you. But if you notice, like, like it actually be their path. So we take, because that's what actually I feel like we do. We take different parts of everybody path and we create our own. Like that's what I feel like.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, that's the matrix. It's like multiple paths intersecting into a prism of information, kind of like the mycelium.
Yeah. And everybody be like, do this, do that. You know what? You should do it like this. Hey, you doing it wrong. It's like, how? How? I don't think
That's
anybody's
okay.
doing
You
it.
got to make the mistakes too. You gotta have the mistakes as well.
But
Part
that's
of
the
it.
thing. That's the thing. What is it like? Well, okay, yeah, you got to make the mistakes, but at times we make it seem like the mistakes is something bad. And we need those mistakes because the mistakes kind of open up the good things. It lets us see this thing over here. If we just had just this thing over here, we wouldn't see, but it'll be weird. So it's like this thing has to happen for you to see the good parts, or for you to change this, or for you to do that. It's like it has to
You know,
happen.
that's a really good way of looking at it, actually, because like
Oh, you went out. Part of the universe limited in time, space, he experiences himself. Dang, you went out. Time and space. He experiences himself as something separate. Striving free ones from the delusion is the one issue of true religion. That was an Albert Einstein quote. What's up with it, Justin? Yeah, that's crazy. And I think that's what they don't want everybody to do. They like it. It's almost like reality don't want you to believe in yourself. But Soma, is your microphone messing up?
Oh yeah, it's my internet. It's all good.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, now finish what you were saying. You were
I
saying something, we
honestly,
didn't
I
hear you.
can't. I think I just kind of lost the train of thought. It's just the whole connection kind of messed me up. But I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna head out. I just wanted to say hi, and I'll probably continue listening for a while. But it was really good talking with you, man.
Yeah, you too, man. I'm glad you still doing. That's shit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good in
man.
itself and nice to hear from you.
You too, bro.
All right. Now we're gonna go back to Chris Cantelmo. I see. His quote is so true. Humans think of ourselves as separate from everything. Yeah, that's hey, that's crazy, Justin. To even think about, because you know you it always goes back to the experience when you like in those places, and like you see that it is no separation. That's the part that gets me. Is like when I'm in that space and like I see there's no separation between anything. Like I always ask myself, so why am I creating the separation? Why am I why is this something that we do? We make everything separate from ourselves, but it can't be separate. It's like impossible for it to be separate, but we do that. And I'll be sitting here tripping, and I'll become one with my computers. Like there would be no in between with my computers. Like it's like almost like, there's no space in between us. There's no space in between anything, bro. That shit be tripping me out. And then it's weird because you come back and then you start back creating space. But let's go back into Chris real fast.
And now that we've got computers that are getting more and more powerful, or at least powerful enough where we can make video games that are pretty damn good and virtual reality that mimics everyday reality quite well. Naturally, the simulation theory comes into existence. Like, hey, you know what? If we could do this, maybe there's a if there's in the universe higher intelligence than humans, they probably already did this.
The, and this, I think that's the part. That's the part. This is the thing, right? This is the thing people don't want to accept and see. But I think that's why it took me as far as showing me that everything was a reflection. Like everybody's scared of AI. Everybody's scared of this computer network and everything that's going on. But that's what we are. We're the same thing. We're transmuting ourselves from somewhere else into this thing right here called the body, and we controlling it. But we don't want to see that, because everything that's out there, all it's doing is it AI, all of it is coming from here. It's all coming from our mind. These are all our creations. And all we are doing is creating the reflection of what we already are. That's all. Like the computer. The computer is like the brain. You feel me? Like we created cars to make us faster so we didn't have to, go on foot. We did all kind of things using our mind to projecting it out. You feel me? And somebody said this. They said, the outside world is just nothing but the inside world pushed out. That's all it is. And it's like the weirdest thing. Let's see what he say. I'm not of thinking that the mind comes entirely from the body. I think it comes through it. That's the feeling of separation. Consciousness is coming from some underlining substrate. Uh, that's one that I be having a hard time with. Cellular door is the fact that, because sometimes like I'll be on the verge of thinking that the brain is the thing that's creating the mind, that's creating this, that's creating that. You feel me? Like it all comes together to build each other. It's like each aspect of us complements the other. You feel me? And like over time, like if you think of like even the universe itself, you think of planets, we don't look at planets as being like alive like us, because we feel like since we got this brain thing and we can think and we can do all these different things, that boom, you feel me, it's the best thing ever. But I don't know, what if the brain is the one thing that's creating all this, the illusion? What if the brain is the thing that actually took over and started to produce the illusion, and it was the creator of the illusion? What if the brain was the one thing that even came up with the different concepts of the dimensions that exist? Because the one thing that we need to understand, that within that space that's within the brain, whether we want to call it consciousness, because we don't know what consciousness is, but that space in the brain, especially the space in between the eyes to get the information to the brain, That's its own space. All these different parts are of us are there's different spaces in between each part, and each one has its own building structure inside of there. Like that part where it takes for the eyes to send the information to the brain. I always said that space right there is infinite. Now, when you get to the brain and what can be in the brain, that place is infinite. Now, yeah. Hey, if it's a badass antenna, probably. But at the same time, we hold everything in that motherfucker. We save everything in that place also. But that place inside the brain, whatever it's called, bro, that shit is infinite. That shit, it reminds me of the metaverse, right? Like how they're building structures in the metaverse. Okay, you telling me they create a place called the metaverse, and then boom, what they start doing, they start creating houses. They start creating different places that you can go buy, and you can buy space in the metaverse, right? The same thing is happening with our minds. When we come up with different entities, we come up with aliens, we come up with different gods, they're creating a space within our mind, right? So once that thing creates a space within my mind, the infinity of my mind, now this thing lives within me. Now I can pass it around, right? I can give it to everybody. Bam. Now that thing lives within everybody. Now that thing right there of whatever it is, that thing wants to live and keep living like everything else. So what does it do? It recreates itself. It makes itself look different in different ways in order so it can keep getting passed on and on and on and on and on and on. But what is it doing? It's using the body as its housing. You feel me? The body don't even got to know that it's in there, that it's incorporated into the ideas of the person that is living, the person that is walking around thinking it's doing all these things, right? This thing is only housing itself within the people. And there's a lot of things that do that. There's a lot of different ideas that do it, mathematical problems. We can go on and on forever. And they house themselves within us, within our minds, and they live there like forever, live their life there. And then all we do is we pass the information on and on and on and on and on and on, and that thing continues to exist as long as we're here. Because somebody said that a long time ago. They said if we stop talking about the gods and stop having this belief, will they still exist? It's like yes and no. They won't exist to the point to where we're seeing them like in reality, but they hold a space in our minds within us that they're going to always be. They're going to always be there, always, no matter what, because each part plays a part in order to help create this. Well, yeah, the body is a temple, right? Exactly, exactly. Wait, let me put this up. He said, yeah, the body is a temple, right? The empty inner chamber is supposed to be the real shit. Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. Which at like I think it's all real. You feel me? I think every aspect of it is real. Like, but I think the way we look at this thing right here, we don't want it to be real. That's the last thing we want it to be because what's happening. That's why we created all these other spaces because of what this thing is doing, and we don't like it. You feel me? We don't like this. So we said, oh yeah, what we're gonna do, since we are the God, we're gonna always destroy it. And then we're gonna remake it. And what do, bro? This is what we do. We destroy it and we remake it. You know how we destroy it? Death. Bam. When you pass away, boom, you destroy the world. Another soul is born, it recreates the world in a new light. And now, even though it's given the same perception of the old world, it gets to create a new world itself. But I ain't gonna be giving this information away like that. It's never empty to say, oh well, yeah, you said that's the problem. What do you mean by that? No, when I okay, see, this is the thing, right? It's like death. You said death is not an exit. Death is an it is an exit for this body right here, for this true life stories, this Booker. Yes, it is an exit when you think about it, because as I'm going in life, I'm building my own perception of life. Me, this is just a suit. This is a Louis suit, Versace suit, or whatever. You feel me? Once this thing goes, it goes back to whatever that other thing is, but this thing is no more. This is no more. It takes everything that I gained or that I made up on my way, I'm taking with me. You feel me? I'm gonna leave different parts of here, but boom, done. My world, the world is gone. To this thing, to this creature right here that I'm being right now, the world is gone. And for what? Because another one is gonna come and it's gonna create a new world. And then every time one of us go and we take the old world, another one is created. Then another one is created. Then another one is created. And it's going to go on who knows how long, probably forever. And see, there's some weird shit in there. Now the shit, but but and I don't think it's weird, because as we go through life, look what we do, bro. Everybody act like they want to be here, but they really don't want to be here. It's all everybody always said, well, this is the problem with life. Oh, this is what's wrong with life. Life is messed up. Life is being ruled by this over here. So life said, okay, let's think about this. What can we do about that? Okay, well, if if you can just go on for and live for this long and then restart it, then it shouldn't be no problem. Like, what is everybody complaining about? It's like, okay, you feel me? Life is life. That life is going every which way possible. It's like, do you want to be here or do you don't? Because you don't want to be nothing. I doubt everybody makes it seem like they don't want to allow, everything is going on, but you don't want to be the nothingness. The nothingness. You feel me? Nothing. A lot of us didn't have that experience to where we was on the nothingness and we were in the nothingness. And then we understood, boom, this is why I made this here. What's up with it, awoken one? You say, let me see what you say. We are the only things that get death as a choice. Nothing else gets that option. Maybe dolphins. There's one single case. Wait, what you mean we get? What do you mean by that? You gotta explain yourself, cellular door. What you mean that we get death as a choice? Now we're not. I don't think we're the only ones that get that thing as a choice, because there's animal there. I think everything has that as a choice. I think everything. You feel me? In a sense, like how not? You got to explain yourself on that one, because we because I'm like, only humans get death as a choice. Like, nah, bro. I feel like everything has that choice to live or to die. You feel me? Everything, every single thing. You say, oh no, I know what you. Oh, okay. You don't want me to say the word. I know what you're talking about. I know what you mean by that, but you got other species of animals that take themselves out too, bro. You got other things that take themselves out. It's the same. Why do we keep repeating this for eternity? It's insane, because it don't seem like that, bro. It don't, like, when you think about it, it don't seem like that to us, like coming back and coming back and coming back, because this is it. This is it, right? Life is it, bro. Life, this is life. Life is the probably the best thing that ever happened to anything, was the human form, or any life form coming into being, was the best thing that happened to the nothingness. We look at the moon and we go look at the moon. Ain't nothing on that motherfucker. Dirt, rocks. You feel me? Then we look at this place, all this life is happening. all these things. You got humans, you got animals, you got insects, you got trees, you got, bro, this is the shit. Like, that's like, and then it's gonna go on forever, despite what we say. It's been going on for so long. We don't even know how long it's been going on. It's been going on for so long. It's been happening. And then it's crazy because you have those different experiences where it seems like we are in the simulation. Like somebody created this shit and made this shit and we just living in it. You feel me? Over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So it's like it is weird at the same time. But I don't know. I kind of get it more than what I did back then. Say sometimes it feels like the universe is trying to remember how it became the universe by examining itself from every possible angle. Yeah, that's the one thing that I feel like if you look at life, that's what life is doing. Life is looking at itself from every which way. Life is creating itself in every which way. And it's examining itself, looking at itself, checking itself out, telling itself what it is from every angle. And then the cool thing about it is it's not just looking at itself from every angle, it's also looking at it from the angle of a dolphin. It's also looking at it from the angle of a human. It's also looking like, and then the angle of a human is so many different aspects that it's looking at itself from. Because it's also the dolphin looking at the human going, what the fuck is that? It's also the dolphin looking at the whale going, what the fuck is that? The whale looking at the dolphin going, what the fuck is that? Everything is looking at it itself in every which way possible. In every which way, into where we even split it up. We said, okay, then we looked at it from both angles, male, female. Then we looked at it from different colors. Then we looked at it from different heights. We looked at it from different sizes. We every which way, bro. Like that's just how it is. And it's looking at itself, examining itself from every which way. And we're just getting better at even doing that. Because now we're taking it on a microscopic level of looking at things. Because at first we used to just be here. We never was like entering the microverse of reality. We was just like the macro, and I don't even think we the macro. We not the macro. We in the microverse ourselves. But compared to the microverse, we the macroverse. But there's one up above us. It's like Super Mario. He probably doesn't know who created him either. Hey, that's the one thing that I say. I go, damn, will we ever figure out who created us or what created us? Or is we gonna always just have examples? Like, cause I ain't gonna lie. I hate to say this. Everything that I hear from the belief systems, it sound like old campfire stories. You know, like your grandfather would tell you a story of how the world was created type shit. You feel me? Back in the days, like, you know, those were different understandings that they came up with because how life was going. And then we just decided to keep them and pass them on from person to person to person to person. And then what did they do? They started to evolve. And then even when we got above those understandings, we still couldn't let them go. Like we couldn't let them go because we had to hold on to them because you know we wanted to be this heaven and hell. We want to be something more than this after this. You know, it doesn't matter what it is. You know, that's how come we can create it. You feel me? Maybe aliens created humans. I don't know. Probably. I'm gonna feel. Let's finish this video though real fast because we start getting. I told you we get into talking. We just be going and going and going because this shit is it's infinite, bro. It's infinite. Like I'll be thinking like I think that's the one thing that be getting me when I dive in is that space within the mind, like everything that exists within the mind, like the mind has an infinite space that everything can exist in. It don't matter. It ain't got no 2 terabytes, 3 terabytes, 20. It's infinite itself. So anything can go into that place, live in that place, and exist in that place in different ways, though. In different ways, with different ways of using its ideas, different ways of in different forms. Like it takes every form. Like it's fucking weird as shit, bro. You feel me? Because different entities that are gods or whatever, they can come into your mind in different forms. They don't have to come into the form of Anubis. Anubis can go into 1,000 different forms and exist in all those forms within you. You feel me? And it play out in different ways in your life that you don't see it play out within reality. They come out and they start existing on the outside. But it's like all these things that I always felt like that's the place I'm at now. Like even the ideas that kind of exist now that don't want to die, that don't want to pass away. Ever trapped yourself into a void, something like that. Something like that. I've been in the void space before, but I don't know. When I was in like the spaces like that, it was different than a lot of people said. It wasn't like when I was in that space, I didn't have no thought. I didn't like it was no beginning, no end. It was just, and it was blackness, and I didn't even know it was blackness because I couldn't think. I couldn't think in words. I was nothingness itself, like period, pure nothingness to where it was just darkness. That's it. And that's what I was, meaning I wasn't creating nothing. I wasn't even thinking, where am I? I didn't have no pattern of thought. You feel me? I just was nothing at all. No, like, am I a body? Am I not a body? No, there was no thoughts. There was nothing going on. It was just pure blackness, and the blackness was it. That was it. I couldn't even think. Like I didn't have no thoughts. Thoughts didn't exist. Nothing existed. The world didn't exist. My body didn't exist. My mind didn't exist. It wasn't no nothing. It was just pure nothingness to the point to where I seen a tiny light. And when I seen the light, all I could do was go towards it. I didn't know it was a light. It was just something different other than the darkness. And that's what made me go to the light. So I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but that's how I felt with the DXM last night when I gave it. And when I gave in and went to the shower in the dark, but you weren't nothing. You were still there you were still there enough to be there. That's the spark. But I know, but okay, it's weird, right? Because I know I don't know. I didn't know anything. That's the crazy part. I didn't have no thoughts. I didn't I didn't even know what was going on until after the experience. Like, cause I didn't have no thoughts. I didn't have the tiny light of spark. I didn't have no nothing, bro. That shit was trippy as hell. I didn't have nothing. Scuba, you should come in. Dude, Scuba. You should come in and talk about that experience, bro. I'm gonna paste the what's the name one more time, bro. You should come in and tell us about it. So I ain't gotta read it. You don't gotta turn your camera on. You should come in and tell us about it. But I thought you was taking the DXM last night because you was sick. And I gave in and went into the shower in the dark. See, I wish I did my polka dot bar. I thought it was too much last night. Oh yeah, the polka dot bars go good. What's up with it, Tim's Bando? What it do? Oh, I'm at work. Oh, okay. Man, yeah, you at work. Yeah. You get to the point where you ain't doing nothing, you need to pop in. I want to hear about that because that darkness be something else, bro. And I hear a lot of, and I didn't know if the like the ego death, or is that not the ego death? Was the ego death something different? It's almost like the great reset. It's like you fucking reset everything. Because even when I came back, bro, back, I didn't know nothing. My mind was a blank. Was blank.
Well, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, I can hear my work too, probably.
Nah, you good though.
Yeah, that DXM kicked my ass. Like, I got off the stream and played some Counter Strike, but probably 2 games in, I could not do it anymore. Could not do it.
How was you playing Counter-Strike on the DXM though? That's crazy. So what was that darkness like though? Oh dang.
The darkness, man, that was crazy. I would say if it's too much, if it's too loud, just let me know.
No, you good. You good, man. You know, back. Come on now. We taking it back to the old days. Back to the old days. All you got to do is talk and then explain what happened. We listening.
All right. And so the DXM, and I was struggling with the dissociative effects. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go in the shower. That makes things better. So I went into darkness, and that's where I found peace in the darkness, just in that void. And I was like, all right, this is chill compared to the neon lights and the flashing colors that was going on. Man, that was too much. And so I could just find myself, like, because I couldn't really find myself when I was just on my computer. I kept on dissociating. But once I sat in that shower in darkness, I was like, oh, I'm one with the darkness. This is okay. I'm okay with this dissociative feeling. I fell asleep in the shower.
Oh man. Hey, you know what's crazy though, bro? Because that's what I felt like in that. Whenever I get to that space right there, I feel like that's the best thing right there. The nothingness.
Yeah.
Because it's nothing going on. It feel like you at peace. Like nothing can bother you, nothing can influence you. You just like at the best peace stage in life that ever happened.
For sure. I mean, there was then there was some visuals that were happening. I don't remember them at all. DXM visuals are very like hit or miss.
Yeah, do you like close your eyes or do you just like kind of just no, you just playing the game and shit.
Yeah, well, when the shower, when I close my eyes, it's like phantoms. Like they're very faint, and like you second guess yourself, almost like if you second guess you saw a ghost.
Yeah, I think that's sometimes that's the hardest thing to do is to like sit back and like actually just let it happen because your mind be steady trying to explain the shit.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, I'm seeing this, and you get all excited and shit, and then the shit go away when you try to explain it.
Well, that's how I saw on my last chocolate bar solo trip. I saw this mean gesture that I've seen a few times, and I got scared, but I just said, you know what, I'm gonna let it pass. Let it pass. Yeah. And once I let it pass, man, that was a fun ass trip. Yeah. I was posting in the Discord that night. I was like, oh my God, this feels good.
Do you be eating the whole polka dot?
Yeah. At this point, yeah. You gotta go in.
Hey, you worse than me. It's like, you eat two, this'll happen. Wait, hold on, Blake. You eat one, you eat a couple, this'll happen. I'm like, nah, I just eat the whole thing.
Exactly.
You feel me? When that shit kick in, though, you be like, whoa.
I gotta go outside, look at the stars with my bong real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be geeking, bro. But that last time, it was like, bro, I'll tell you, I looked across the street, everything was a reflection of me.
Whoa, what?
The cars look like SpongeBob cars, though, how they look like those weird bubble shapes. They look like that, but they were real though. They weren't cartoon effects. And I'm going, what the fuck? And it's like, nah, it's just all it's your reflection. And it's like, how?
Yeah, yeah. That reminds me of when I was on Forest Hill. I was looking at my parents' house, and like their like windows turned into like it turned into eyes and like the faces. It was basically the house looked like a very sad house. I was like, no, don't tell me this house is a madhouse and this is a depressing house. No.
Yeah. Dang. So like, okay, when you dive in on the polka dot bars, right? Do the experience always be strong?
I think that it depends, I guess, on where I am in life. You know, if I'm ignoring shit, it'll be like, all right, well, here you go. You've been ignoring it, so you're gonna get it. But if I'm accepting of it, like I was last time, it was very gentle with me.
Yeah. He said it was very gentle. Don't they got do they got like a certain size, and then like they got one polka dot bar that's a little thicker?
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah. I might
You
try
need to
those.
because when I seen them, that's what I did. I took the skinny one and it was cool. But then I said, forget that. I said, I gotta get that thick one. I got that thick one, bruh. Oh my God. That should be so. It'd be so. I ain't gonna lie, bro. My mushroom experiences is so far out now, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not like it's all. It starts off almost like a DMT experience.
Okay.
That's how it started off. He said, "Salvia droid art." I never seen it. I'm gonna have to check it
Oh,
out.
fucking Salvia Droid. He's awesome. Really cool dude. His I wish. I don't know what's going on. His website got taken down, or he like lost the public domain,
Yeah,
and he like stored all his art there, and then he keeps like reactivating and activating his Instagram.
yeah, because they be man. I'm telling you, it's getting the like okay with the psychedelics, right? The psychedelics is getting real huge now. But even
Mm-hmm.
more than that, a lot of people are up on the information now to the point to where they starting to see shit and they're talking about it. And it was a time like 5 years ago, people wasn't talking about all these things 5 years ago.
No, they weren't.
And now these are the things that are getting played on
It's the
Instagram.
meme.
Yeah, it's like fucking crazy, bro. People is waking up to the simulation. You ain't gonna get out the simulation. You can wake up to it and know that it's that, but you're not getting out. Not now.
That's true. That's so true. Yeah, I don't know, man. That last trip, I didn't like the way. Man, it told me the way it told me what. I didn't like what it said what's gonna happen when I die. I didn't like that at all. But like, I don't know how to describe it. It was like, yeah, man, your soul after when you die would join the circus like everyone else's soul. I'm like, wait. What do you mean? What do you mean the circus? It's like, well, whatever you do in life depends on where you go in the circus. So if you continue this path, you'll join the dragons, which I interpreted like lions, so they can do tricks. So you got clowns and this like really crazy psychedelic stuff. I was like a circus. I'm like, all right. I don't know where this concept come from because I never heard of it before. And God, I would never make this concept up myself. I'm not raised like that.
You like it's weird, bro, because you see these circus places and it's like fucking amusement park, and you just going, what the hell? Like, where the hell am I at? And then you can go in there and actually see all these different weird ass rides and stuff going on. Like I seen it hella times, bro. Hella times where I'm seeing what's that thing with the horses, the little thing that be spinning around and shit.
Oh, the merry-go-round.
Yeah, the merry-go-round. I'm seeing shit like that and like circus tents. But the crazy thing about it is it wasn't like a merry-go-round. It was shaped like one and spinning like one, but it was something different. And it was like, whoa. He said, dang, man, yeah. Sailor door. Yeah, you come. I told you anybody can come in whenever you get ready. Sailor door. It's open. It's open. Don't say that because we just can't show it on camera. But I'm if you do that, I might sally up and go in with you because it doesn't last that long. Yeah, no. Yeah, the carousel. That shit is trippy as hell, bro. especially like when you on DMT and the whole world get overlaid with this gesture type theme, and and you seeing the gestures, but they overlay all the colors with their colors. Like it gets real fucking weird.
It reminds me of like ICP and like how they talked about like the Dark Carnival and like these gestures that feed off your energy and like show you the wrongs of your life.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of it's that should be weird, bro. Because I ain't gonna
But
lie, after I get past it, I don't be wanting to accept it no more. Like
you gotta
after I
accept it
get
in the
to
moment, but you don't want to accept
in
it
the
after.
moment, yeah. But afterwards, it's like if I get to, I ain't trying to get too far away from this reality. So far to where I can't come back and I can't be, just be me here. Because I was like on that verge to where everywhere I went, everything I was doing, I just was talk about the psychedelic experience. And then I
Right.
started to see, the world was the psychedelic experience. So I didn't even have to throw the name psychedelics and mushrooms in there.
That's so profound.
Yeah, that's just crazy. He said that. Yeah, go ahead.
I remember Terrence talking about some dreams that he would have where he would able to be smoke some DMT and he would have the full-on experience, which he says that proves that we can have those experiences on the natch. That the brain chemistry is already there.
Yeah, have you ever you did that? Like, like right now you'll just be like at work and then it'll kick in and it'll show you and you just standing there like, what the fuck? Like I did that just driving and then I get to the light and then everything that's going on, I say it before it happened. Like I seen this dude walking up to the light. It's like, oh, he gonna press the button, he gonna pull out his phone, he gonna start talking. Everything I was saying, the reality was doing it at that time. And it's like I
Yes
get
and
into
no.
that dream state.
Yeah.
Is what
I
I
have to have
call it.
music to get into the dream state, I guess is what you call it. Yeah.
That's what? That's weird that you say that because that's another thing that I learned is that with the music, you can save your experiences within the music.
This is true.
And then you'll play that music and you'll go back and damn near have that experience. It don't be full blown like when you were on the shrooms, but you'll still see it.
Yeah, if you were crying during a trip, you cry after that trip during that song. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is crazy dope, man. It's dope. What time you get off of work though?
Man, I'm closing. I'm grinding out here.
Oh yeah. Said I'm closing. I'm grinding.
Yeah. I might dive in tomorrow though. I mean, I got the 2 days off. Woo-wee.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till probably next weekend. Next weekend because I've been having my experiences with the Sally lately.
How's that been? Okay.
It's like another world DMT trip. Like in the beginning, it starts off like DMT, but then it turns into something totally different that is like unexplainable. It's like unexplainable. It's like a real separation from the body type high.
What about the train? Have you seen the train?
Nah, I haven't seen the train.
Okay.
But I do want to ride it. I do want to ride it.
The train, I've had a train experience, and it's weird because there's a video on YouTube called Salvia Breakthrough. I watched that video after I had my breakthrough, and right before the breakthrough, there's a train, and that scared me genuinely when I saw that video. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Was it the one guy sitting on the couch that was like, whoa, I'm on the train? It's like, whoa.
No. Shoot. It's one that's been posted on Reddit on r/replications. It's a really good one.
Oh, you're gonna have to find that. You're gonna have to send that to me.
Oh shoot. Okay. I got it. I know which one it is.
All right. I don't know what you mean by that. He said apologies for the fire before you light it. Apologize. Oh, apologize for the fire before you light it. Man, I was that's where I messed up on my first journey. Was I was using the torch, and I shouldn't have used the torch. I should have used a regular lighter, and that's the one thing that I learned in my first Sally experience, which is kind of dope because like now, I know I just use the lighter, I get a fuller experience. But that shit is trippy, bro, because I'm telling you, my soul starts to separate from my body, starting from my legs though. And I can feel it pulling itself apart. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? But this is the scary part, right? The scary part is I'm so much of a psychonaut that it's so intriguing. I have to do more. Like that's how. Yeah. Like soon as I start, I gotta do more. I have to. Let's take it all away. Like type shit. Like I'll keep hitting it over and over and over and over again to get the full effect. You say I use the torch. Yeah, I keep going until I can't hold it no more.
I posted the video on the studio chat. I don't know what this is.
Oh, on the Discord or on the studio chat?
Yeah.
Wait, let me see.
That's woo. That one takes me back every time I watch it.
Okay, let me see.
Because when I broke through, they were like, "Welcome back! You did it! You finally did it! You finally held it in." I'm like, "Yeah, I guess so."
You finally held it in. Hey, this one just music though.
What?
Yeah, that's just music. It's a replication breakthrough.
That's it. That's
music.
it. Oh, is not playing the video?
Yeah, it's playing a video, but it's music though. It's not saying anything.
No visuals?
No, it's just showing like a machine and like a dude, homeboy that played the professor dude on Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it's just playing music.
No zipper.
Yeah, I think it showed that, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, after the zipper, that's what I felt like for sure. In its own way.
That I hear a lot of people talk about the zipper. What is the zipper?
I've never experienced the zipper.
Thanks for joining and becoming a member. Word. Yeah, thanks for everybody that became a member of the channel.
I don't know. I think the zipper could be an interpretation of you getting your perception of this reality getting unzipped, and you're going into the next one. I think that's like the best explanation.
Yeah. Yeah, that I'll get there because it's crazy. It was just like the DMT, bro. Every time, when you see the blue lady, when you see the gestures, and then later I'll see it, and it's like, oh, okay, I see what you're talking about now. Like I got it. I finally seen it.
Have you seen any entities on Salvia?
No, not yet.
Oh, they're crazy.
He said the zipper is an archetype. I can't wait though.
I've seen the Book of Life. That was pretty cool. It was like this book where I could see everyone and myself's life's like path, and they're born, their death, in between. But like I couldn't retain the information at all. It sucked. Like I could name these people and I could know that they're in my life, but I couldn't be like, that's my mom, that's my ex-wife, I was just like, these are these people and this is their lives, huh? It's all beautiful.
I seen something like that on mushrooms. I seen Michael Jackson, James Brown. I seen all type of
What?
people, bro. Yeah, it was trippy as hell. But it was like weird because it was showing me that all time was happening at one time. It wasn't separated like how we would think.
Mm-hmm.
So even the ones that are, you know, that we think passed on back in the days are still living now. It's like weird as hell. It's like
That's so
a
true.
continuum of everything just happening at one time, like, which is crazy because we put like a stop and go on life, and life don't have no stop and go. Life is just continuously going.
Continuous.
Yeah, continuously going. There's no today or tomorrow. It's just a one-time thing, and it's all happening at one time.
Oh my god, I never thought of it that way. Yeah, that's true. It's not like the universe has a space clock up there saying, "All right, it's Tuesday." You know,
Yeah,
it's always been going.
yeah. It don't sleep. It don't rest. None of that. Ain't no breaks. It just continuously goes. Entities are a weird situation. I don't believe for a second they are of my human mind,
Oh
which
hell
is
no, they ain't the mind. They ain't not the
I,
mind.
I don't know. I don't know because I'll be thinking sometimes, you know, it's outside, but then at times I feel like it's a space in there that holds everything.
Hmm. Hmm. I think some of it could be your mind, but there's some weird stuff where it's like that's not me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I
That is
know
not
that's
me.
not me. It's impossible. It's impossible. Like that's how I'll be like, it's impossible. It can't be me. But then other times it's like it is me. Then it's like it's
Yeah.
not me. Then it is, and then it ain't. It's like, bitch, I'm confused. Stop it.
That's how I feel with seeing the dragons. It's like, is that me? Is that my deep psychology, or is that something out there? I like if you think of yourself as a dragon. That would be pretty cool. That's
Yeah.
pick and choose. That's pick and choose. Because if you really are those things, then I'm picking and choosing which I want to be, dragon or the jester. I want to be the dragon.
Yeah, the dragons is trippy how they even come out, bro. Like how like it's weird because it's like how do they even fly like the dragons on like the movies and shit? How they be like moving in the air like a snake, like swivel, like that shit be
Mm-hmm.
hella crazy. Like, how did we even know that this was it? Like, and where did the dragons come from? Did they come from within or without?
Ooh.
I think that's why I want to go
Ooh.
to that one Mayan temple that got all the different dragons and shit like that. I want to do mushrooms at a place like that.
I've gone to Teotihuacan, where the Quetzalcoatl pyramid is at. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because those like those I seen those entities, I seen those dragons on experiences. That's why I want to go there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's exactly why I went there. That's exactly why I went there.
Did you feel the energy of the place? Did it feel like energetic or what was it like?
It was very energetic. I was like near tears. Um, Very energetic. You could tell like why the people picked that place. Like you could just tell there was just something there, whether it's underground
Yeah.
or in the air or the ozone layer. I don't know. But
Damn,
after I
yeah.
read the plaque at Quetzalcoatl's pyramid, my walk away from all the psychedelic experiences I had up to that point in my research about all that stuff was that the mushroom chemical has to be a time capsule for creativity. Because that's the thought I had at the time. I don't know if I still hand it
Yeah.
now, but at the time I was like, okay, they took these things that were growing in their land, which then influenced their religion, their architecture, all this stuff, and it's just a time capsule because I was able to find it the same type of stuff that I could have drawn inspiration from in 2021 when I first had my first trip.
Yeah.
That's where it was like I was coming up with the time capsule part.
I I think it's the all above, bro.
All above.
it's, the, it's the
All of it.
everything. It's the
Yeah.
everything.
I don't think if you try it's like a
What's
it's like a
that?
moving
Word.
mandala. If you try to pin it, you'll look insane trying to pin it. But if you just let it flow It looks more natural.
Yeah. Which be kind of that's where I'm at now, just kind of letting that shit just flow and just happen. Like I don't like, I got my mind quiet to where it's not always trying to explain, because some of the shit it just can't explain. It
That's
can't,
so true.
no matter what. No matter what. And it's weird because later on, how you have those days you start seeing it and it explains itself later on, just within life. And it was
Yeah.
dragging straight up. Man, wordplay. I thought you was coming in. I thought you was about to pop in, wordplay. What? Word guy. I'm just say word guy.
Love them dragons.
Yeah. He said straight, yeah, and it was straight dragons. You well said, it's like that, but from the perception of one coming out when it's unzipped, it's unzips your reality, not just your body. Man, what?
Yeah. I want to mute myself real quick while I do this little trash run, but I'm hearing all this.
All right, bro. Yeah, you just gotta click that link. I just posted that. Dang, didn't I just posted the link, didn't I? Yeah, that's the link. Dang, now, okay. Oh, let me. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's the link. The link will pull you in. Like the DMT. Here you can only use your translation. You can only express itself to your beliefs. And let's see. Okay, dang, device not connected. Why not? There will be, let's see, there will need to connect their mic cam before you can add them. Oh yeah, wordplay. You gotta connect let's say you gotta connect your mic, you can accept the microphone terms. You gotta, so I'm kick, okay, there you go. There you go, bro. You hear me?
You, oh shit.
You in here though. But you
You
probably ain't. Oh, okay, yeah, there you go.
can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you
Yo,
loud
what's
and
good?
clear. What's good with you?
Chilling, man, chilling. Yo, this Lamar, man.
What's up, Mark?
Chilling, bro, chilling. I ain't got shit to say, man. I'm totally
He said, I ain't got shit to say. I'm just here.
I was listening, you know what I mean? Because mad people on the stream be dropping like gems, bro. And then like when I first tapped in, because I was, I got ADD, man. So I'm like doing Facebook, YouTube, all that shit at the same time. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like, yo, let me get my nigga True. And now I was looking, and then I was like, you know what? Let me, drop this subscription. I was like, fuck it. Whatever it was when I popped on the vid made me want to do that. And I don't know.
Yeah.
But not like now that I know that that's an option, I'll do it in the future, man.
Yeah,
But
thanks. But you was talking about the dragons. What was you
yeah,
talking about with the
yeah.
dragons?
Yeah. Because everything's a synchronicity, bro. Like my aunt, I got an aunt, right? So listen,
Yeah.
I quit smoking weed when I was like 17 because I had like a fucked up experience. But all of this shit, everybody talking about right now, all of the woo woo shit, like I was experiencing that shit at like 15, 16 of weed, like all of the telekinesis type shit. And I offline, I'll rap with you about that. But what happened was I had a bad experience. A year later, The Matrix came out, or The Truman Show came out, and then like 2 years after that, The Matrix came out, and I was like, "Yo, I'm tripping," because like this is kind of the shit that I experienced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I ain't really like I just drank, and then I grew up in a fucked up environment, so I had a lot of trauma that I didn't realize I was covering up. with the drink.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So like I
Yeah.
was doing that shit from like 17 all the way up until probably like 2015, 16. And I was like, fuck this. I ain't gonna be afraid of weed no more. And then I started going in. I was living in Puerto Rico and I had a mad crazy experience. So when I moved back stateside, I moved back to Delaware where I'm from. And around that time, a couple years in, I was like, fuck it. I caught a bad DUI. I had to go to the legal system. I went to the DUI class. Then I was like, yo, I'm free. I'm gonna start smoking again. And my homie gave me a brownie, an edible. And he was like on
Oh,
LSD and shit
wow.
like that. And I was like, all right, I ain't gonna do no LSD, but I'm gonna try to microdose. And like I got the distilled water and the fucking absolute, and I was trying to like or not the absolute, what's that shit? The Everclear, and I was trying to make like LSD tinctures, and I don't think that shit worked. The first time I did mushrooms was a microdose in like 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
All of that shit was happening around the same time. And so like I went back into doing edibles and smoking weed and shit, and I started having these supernatural experiences where it was I know what I'm experiencing, but like I ain't got nobody to talk to. I feel like I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Nigga, you popped up around that time on YouTube and you was going in, and I was like, oh shit. Like I didn't have that experience because I didn't do that substance, but I had an internal thing that occurred to make me resonate and be like, oh
Like
shit.
Crouch.
And like then like he saw it. He saw the shit that like I internally experienced. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
no, my son, right? Cause he like 30 now, and like that's him. That's why he won't smoke weed because the same thing
um,
happened with him. And he like, he was able to read people's thoughts and some more shit. He said, man, I was tripping
yeah,
out. He said, I ain't smoking that
yeah,
shit no more.
yeah. I'm 44. Yo, word is born. When I was 16, the experience I had that made me quit smoking weed, I was with these Hebrew Israelite cats from New York. I was living in Atlanta. I moved from the Northeast to Georgia when I was 15, 16. And I'm hanging with
Yeah,
these cats and we smoking hella weed. And once word is born, like so in 2015, 2014, I saw a video clip, like not a video clip, like a Facebook post or like a science post, Live Science or MIT, whatever the fuck. MIT developed a uh, a gadget that they were trying to uh, perfect, where the student allegedly that developed this technology could put this shit on their ear and they could do sub vocalization, which is basically when you read a book out loud to yourself.
yeah.
Sub
What?
vocalization, right? Sub vocalization. So the gadget used sub vocalization, which niggas that say that they or people that are diagnosed with being schizophrenic, they sub vocalize and they don't recognize their own sub vocalization allegedly as their schizophrenia. So sub vocalization is you talking to yourself and using this inner voice kind of thing that registers in your vocal cords. It's a voltaic and a measurable phenomenon when you're reading out loud to yourself. You're not speaking out loud, but you're talking to yourself. You're using an internal voice. It's measurable in your vocal cords.
What
And
the
so,
fuck?
like this, yeah, this MIT device, I'll drop it in the YouTube joint after the like live or after I get off the stream.
All right.
You it the dude could so vocalize and it would telepathically essentially like select shit on the screen in an app that they had developed. This 2014, 2015, MIT.
Damn.
Right. So 10 years ago. So these Hebrew Israelite cats that I was hanging out with, one time we walking and I sub vocalized some shit and I was like, oh shit, I'm talking to myself, but like it didn't just like sporadically occur in my brain. Like I spoke it without speaking. Like when you like if you sit down and you read a newspaper and you read to yourself and half the people that you went to school with do this thing where they sub-vocalize. They read to themselves and are actually reading out loud in their own heads. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm walking down the street with these cats and I'm high as shit. And I was like, oh shit. And they're brother and sister. And I look at them and, like, we high as fuck. And I look at the brother because he's between me and the sister and we're walking. And he's like, yo, you heard that? And then she was like I looked at them saying this to each other. And I was like, oh shit, these motherfuckers heard me. Listen. True, I swear to God.
Whoa.
Listen. This one I was 16. We was high, right? So this one was like in 2018. My neighbor, it was a kid that like he sold weed and shit. Or no, he smoked weed, and I was trying to talk to him, and he told me, like when I met him, like I live on the 3rd floor, he lives on the 1st floor. But he smoked weed, so I was trying to like find a person that like I was trying to find some good green. Yeah. And I'm talking to him, and in conversation, you familiarize yourself with the people you dealing with, and we're having a good conversation. And he's telling me like, nah, man, like I smoke, but like not all of the time. I take drugs or medication because I have schizophrenia or whatever he phrased it or framed it. But basically, he was saying he heard voices. And I was like, that's interesting. And around that time, I was going through like my dark night of the soul and spiritual initiation.
Yeah.
Based on the copious amounts of marijuana I was imbibing at that time. And so one day I go out to my truck, like I'm hearing like this voice and all of this other shit, the guiding, the inner voice or the invisible friend that motherfuckers had when they was kids or that I don't remember, shit like that. So I'm sitting in the truck and I'm trying to like tap in, right? And make sure that I'm not listening to my own sub-vocalization, right? So like I'm sitting in my truck outside, it's raining. Because I got cats. I ain't going to smoke inside the apartment. So I go outside, I smoke in the truck, and I'm smoking, and the window's fogging up. And I see the neighbor come outside. Well, yeah, exactly. So I see the neighbor come outside. He walked out the apartment, and I was like, and it was just like an intuition. It was like, oh shit. Like in the moment, I'm like a scientist, like I experiment. And in that moment, I recalled him saying that he heard voices and he took medication. And in that moment, that exact moment, I was like, yo, we can communicate with each other with our mind. Like I didn't say this, but like that's like you have these spontaneous intuitional expressions where all of the information is like kind of downloaded into you, and you just do it. You move on it.
Yeah, you just do it.
You just do it because it's like a you know what I mean? And so like in that moment, I was like, oh shit. And I said his name was Jesse. I was like, yo, Jesse, but I sub-vocalized it because I knew at that time I knew what sub-vocalization was. And I was like, let me try this. And I was like, yo, Jesse. And I didn't say yo, I just said his name, but I sub-vocalized it. I didn't say it out loud. I said it with that mechanism that's sub-vocalization, with what it is. I swear to fucking God to you, he's walking out the door and he walks in front of the car. He doesn't see that I'm in the truck. I said Jesse. I said his name. He jumped and looked around and then kept going to his car. Wait, he's taking medication because he's schizophrenic and he is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right. Bro, so he goes to the car and I was like, oh shit. Like what you doing right now? I'm laughing just like that. Like, oh shit. And he walks back, and then I did it again. I was like, "Oh shit!" Just like, he responded, and he walked, and I did the same shit. I was like, "Yo, Jesse," and I did the sub-vocalization, and he jumped again. I was like, "Yo, this shit is real."
Hey, you know what's trippy, right? Look, I seen some kids doing that shit on the bus, and I didn't understand what they was doing. They were on the bus. Look, it was 3 of them. They're on the bus, 3 friends. They sitting there talking. I'm listening to them talk. They like, oh, there go whoop-de-whoop right there. He like, watch this. I'm going to call him in my mind. And then he'll do it and then do the look. He looking around and they like, see, look. He looking. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck is these kids doing? And they kept fucking with dude. And every time dude would mind calling, This motherfucker started looking around and looking at them till he finally seen them and pointed at him and was like, "Stop playing with me."
Yo,
bro, that shit is real.
You know what that is? It's like, and you said it was the kids that was doing that. I'm 44, bro. I'm 44, bro. You a couple years older. Like we didn't have this context. They got like some of them might even watch you. They might even know who you are, maybe or maybe not. You see what I'm saying? As far as a psychonaut, as far as a person is being out here and like is pushing a paradigm of exploration. But NLE Choppa, even though like we clowned him because he's unorthodox and trying to find his way, 5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago, when he was 18, 19, he did like it was him or somebody else around his age that did a video where they was like, we can make the wind, we can control the weather. And he was talking about astral projection and with his mind controlling the weather and making the wind blow and all this other shit that I was doing at 18, 19. I swear to God.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's what we did in Joshua Tree. We was able, like when we was off the mushroom, we was able to literally move the clouds, bro. That shit was the trippiest thing. But you know what? Have you ever did that to where like you be thinking of somebody and you be like, okay, yeah, like Kevin, and you feel me? Like I need to call Kevin, and then like a minute, seconds later, he call you.
Absolutely, that's happened. Or I've called somebody because I kept thinking about them, and it was like, I was just thinking about you. Or it was just this internal thing that made me want to like call them. Like it was just a strong impulse or compulsion. Like, let me hit the. Like I send you shit all of the time on Facebook. Like it'll just be like, send this to this person. And I do it, and I'm doing it because I'm trying to strengthen that muscle. And I'd be afraid as fuck, bro, because I'd be like, I don't want to be judged, or I don't want to be, but it might be something that you need. It might be something that even if you don't respond when I'm sending might set something off in you, and it'll make you think of some other shit and then alter your path. Like I've done that where my bad. I've done that where I felt afraid to send something, but I just felt that like strong compulsion to send it. And then days later, I'm off like, I was just thinking this, or you know what I mean? Like it'll like line up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's like I needed that, bro. Thank you for sending that. And it's like, damn, that kind of sort of.
And you don't know.
Yeah, that should be weird as hell, bro. That should be weird. That should be weird. But I wonder, like, at what time did we get away from that to where we had those connections and we could do that? Because now we use it in different ways. Like, you can just look at people at times and you can tell what they thinking and they can tell what you thinking. Like right off the bat, from the jump, just looking at a person. And
before
when
slavery?
did we get away from it?
Before slavery?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. That shit is crazy. But I gotta go, bro. I gotta go. My the youngins is calling. And thanks for jumping in, man.
No doubt. I didn't realize I jumped in at the end. My bad, bro.
It's crazy because you know when you see us, man, come back. So you feel me? Because these conversations be dummy. And send that video too. Because I gotta see that.
Tell me right now. Which video?
The one that you was talking about where they was putting a thing on their ear or something.
Got you. Not a video. It's an article. It's an article. I'm gonna send it right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna send it right now.
All right. Send that. I need to check that out, bro. That's fucking crazy.
I've been listening the entire time, by the way, guys. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I know, dude. I know you was here. You at work.
I'm getting that grind.
Yeah, get your thing. But yeah, I gotta tap out. Hold on, here I come.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm about to come right now. Hold on. I'm about to be done. All right, good looking. Y'all, I'll holler y'all. Till next time, everybody stay up, do your thing. And we out. Peace out.
Have a good night,
Peace.
y'all.
All right.
Oh, what? My nose out. I